Okay, so today I'm going to do a video on how to use your baked foundations, bronzers, eyeshadows, or blushes wet. I'm only going to do my foundation, my powder, or my foundation, my blush, and my bronzer. But you can, the same thing applies for eyeshadow if that's if you have baked eyeshadows that you want to do or use like this. A few things to note in the video. You'll see me using a spray bottle like this. I don't recommend it because this sprays out a lot of water, and you don't want your brushes to be like super wet. You want it really lightly dampened so that it's just a little bit wet. So you're gonna want to use like a misting bottle like this. I just didn't have one available that didn't have stuff already in it. But you're really just gonna want to use something like this. Because you really, like I said, you don't want it to be overly wet. What happens if it's overly wet, like mine was a little bit, you're gonna end up seeing something like this happen to your baked product. You don't want to get it so wet that it, does that. You just want something really light. Another trick that you can do in order to keep that from happening too much is if you overly spray it and it's too wet, take a towel and kind of try to dry off your brush a little before you actually use it on the product. Also, with eyeshadows and things like that, instead of going straight to the middle, kind of try to grab from the side, and that way if you get something like that happening, it's only happening like right on the corner and not in the middle of the whole product. Those are two things that you really want to keep in mind. You really want to use a mister. If you over mist, if you get your brush too wet, dry it off on a towel. The benefit of doing this, of using the baked product, or like for example a baked foundation wet, is that it's gonna give your makeup a really kind of satiny finish. It's gonna kind of look more like liquid foundation, but it's gonna be super light, like a powder. So that's how the finished product is gonna feel on your face. It's also gonna look really almost flawless. I mean, almost like, it almost gives it like an airbrush finish, an airbrush satiny finish. It's really nice. I really like using this technique in the summer because sometimes you really want that kind of liquid foundation look, but you don't want to pile on liquid foundation because it's just heavy and it feels melty and like it's clogging up your pores. So this is an option. And anyway, so if you want to learn how to do this, stick around and you will see.
So the first thing I'm going to do is grab my flat top kabuki brush from Coastal Scents, and I'm going to spritz it with my water bottle just so that it's lightly damp. Then I'm going to swirl my kabuki brush into my Sephora Microsmooth foundation powder, and I'm going to apply the product onto my face using swirling motions to buff the product in. Keep in mind you can also use a regular kabuki brush to do this. I just happen to use my flat top kabuki brush because I like it. Keep misting your brush and applying foundation until you reach the desired level of coverage that you're looking for. By the way, you can also use this wet kabuki brush trick to apply loose mineral foundations and blushes and bronzers. Next, I'm going to dampen my e.l.f. small stippling brush and apply my baked e.l.f. blush in Peachy Cheeky. As you can see, it's really getting that kind of second skin look to it. Just keep swirling the product on until you get it to where you want it. Now do the same thing we've been doing, spritz the brush and apply your bronzer and contour. To polish everything off, I just take my flat top kabuki and buff everything together. And that's pretty much it. Pretty easy. Let me know if this video was helpful, and thank you for watching.